Welcome to the Very Normal Podcast with your host Matt and your co-host Harry.
Hello and welcome to a very normal
Podcast.
I'm Harry. I am the co-host, and this is actually your main host.
I am Matt.
That is Matt.
I am Matt.
And
we're very normal.
We're very normal.
On the
Definitely
Very Normal
not
Podcast.
on the spectrum. So yeah, this is the first episode of hopefully many, and
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see.
We don't have high hopes.
We'll see how it goes. Anyway, so
But we thought, why not do a podcast?
exactly.
We have interesting conversations.
Yeah.
We
Sure.
kind of want to remember what we talk about as well.
Yeah, and I think it's just really interesting to kind of look on our conversations and like see how we interact in social situations. I mean, I know this isn't a proper social situation, but I think it's good to see how you are from the outside, from a third-person perspective.
I suppose we don't really remember what we talk about.
No, not when we socialise, because
No,
we're
we're
usually
mainly
having
drunk,
too many
yeah.
of these. And yeah.
But I guess we're drinking now, so
Yeah, and if we forget it, it'll be fine.
yeah.
Anyway, so the future plans for this whole kind of thing. I mean, we kind of set up this whole YouTube channel, and you know, there isn't really a specific outline to what we do, is there?
No, we've kind of left it varied for a reason, especially with the name. Calling it a very normal,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna, like the podcast, we did a very normal podcast,
Mm-hmm.
but we can pretty much do anything with that kind of name.
Yeah. So maybe some like sort of reaction videos to things, like
Yeah.
just funny videos. I'm a music producer, so I might try and teach Matt how to produce something,
Yeah.
and we'll inspire others.
Inspire others.
We'll inspire others.
We're not going to inspire anyone. It'd be the worst video. It'd be me wondering how to work the keyboard.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So stay tuned for that.
But if you want us to do anything else, just leave it down in the comments.
Let us know. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Comment, DM, one of us, whatever.
give us some ideas on what you want to see.
Yeah, we'd love to see some ideas. So yeah, I mean, how do we know each other, Matt?
Well, my charity work.
Your charity work, yes.
Yes.
When you saved me from
The well.
the what?
The well.
Oh, the well. Yes, the well. Yeah. And when you cured my cancer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Matt. That's a very
I'm very generous.
you're a very generous man. Yeah.
But you've also been generous to me.
I have.
Yeah, you lent me your coat when I was cold.
Yes, I saved you from that fire.
You did.
Yeah. What else did I do?
The pan was very hot.
The what?
The pan.
The pan.
Yeah, the pan caught fire. Don't you remember?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Anyway, so maybe we should get into something here. So yeah, how did we actually meet?
Okay, right. We met at school, didn't we? I had my first memory of you. I don't know if that's the first time I met you, but it was in the library. And it was, I don't know, I think it was just after school. And I remember you on there watching it, Mock the Week or something.
Yeah, so
and
I
just
guess
completely ignored me.
good memories.
Love it.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, when I was a small child, I would kind of hang around in the library after school because that's when I was supposed to do like my homework and stuff. So I didn't have to take it home. Bit of a nerd thing to do, but
Mock the Week isn't home.
yeah, it didn't go very well. I'd kind of just get distracted because Anyway, but yeah, and that was what over 10 years ago, probably now.
Yeah,
or about 10 years ago.
It's got to be 10 years. I think it was in year 8, so
or tail end of year 7.
Yeah,
probably it's around that time, and ever since we've kind of been pretty good friends. And then recently moved in together because we're so madly in love.
Exactly, it's just your eyes.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, you're making me blush.
And so we moved in together, and then decided to make this, and. Yeah, I'm not going to go through our whole past. We'd probably be there for quite a while if I did.
Well, I don't actually remember much, to be honest with you.
I just remember school.
It must have been really boring.
Because that's the thing is, we kind of went through school. We went through sixth form. It was depressing. And then we all went off to uni. I didn't speak to you for like 3 years, basically.
Hey, I was busy.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, and I travelled.
That's true. You did travel for a year, didn't you?
So there was time difference issues.
Yeah, that was it.
But you could have reached out.
Time difference.
Yeah.
Didn't want to risk it,
Well, with all the charity I did for you, I was expecting to reach out.
Yeah, well, it's after saving you from that fire, I just really dug into my work as a firefighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that working out?
I've retired now. They retire quite early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 22. It's
that's very early. Is that just what's that?
They all do it. Don't ask them. Don't ask. I shouldn't look it up. No, you shouldn't. But they retire.
Will they get offended?
Possibly that I am impersonating a firefighter.
You're impersonating?
Shit.
Excuse me. So when you said, "Don't worry, mate, I'm a firefighter," I'll blow the fire away with my mouth.
And I did a good job.
He did.
Yeah.
You weren't actually a firefighter. You lying piece of shit.
It's all coming out now. Anyway.
Were you a child when I met you?
No, but speaking of children... wait, no.
Oh, God.
This can't go out on the internet.
Speaking of children.
No, hear me out. There is...
Speaking of children.
There is a follow-up to that part. You have to let me speak. Speaking of children, I think... we should talk about some childhood trauma and maybe funny moments from our childhood.
What, do you want moments where we were together when the stories
Possibly
came out,
both.
or just
A bit of both. Do you have any funny stories from your childhood?
I mean, I have a trauma.
Go on.
But it was traumatizing because I made my mum upset.
Oh,
I know.
How'd you do that?
So my mum bought me some trousers.
Right.
M&S special trousers.
Wow.
Yeah, expensive.
Really? Yeah.
For me, anyway. I was getting like Tesco's, George's.
Wow.
Trousers. So M&S.
Yeah.
Top
really
of the
pushing
range.
the boat out.
And I think I just ran out of trousers, to be honest, and they were getting too small for me. So she bought me these nice ones.
Yeah.
And for some reason, one day I walk into school. It wasn't one day; it was the first day I had them. I go into school,
right,
and I was talking to my mates about something, and for some reason, I just said, "You know what? I bet I could jump the fence." and they were like, yeah, you could. You totally could. I think they were lying.
I think they knew you weren't going to jump the fence.
So I ran at the fence.
Of course.
And I went to jump. But, I was a bit of a chubby kid. And I didn't go off the ground. I'd say I probably went 2 centimetres. Dramatic.
No.
Yeah, I didn't jump. And I caught my foot on the fence. And I landed face first on the floor.
That sounds painful.
And I say this story's traumatizing.
You know what they say? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I mean, that must have bloody hurt.
It caused a shake in the school.
I bet.
Well, it was a building. They had to replace the buildings.
Jesus.
You know, the math block.
Yeah. That's why it's temporary.
It's not anymore. Have you seen it?
I have, but anyway, follow on with your story.
I want to talk about the math block.
No, you don't.
Okay.
It's not interesting.
You're not interested?
I'm not interested.
Yeah, so I tripped, fell over, face first, into the ground.
Yeah.
And I ripped my jeans. Oh, it wasn't
Your
jeans.
poor mother.
My trousers completely tore them. I had a split down my leg of just my trousers. And yeah, that day, I remember that day being quite funny because I went to classes with these like jeans, made me look like I was some sort of pirate. Just awful. And,
nice.
Yeah, I wasn't good when I got home. She wasn't very happy. And I went back to imagine. Tesco trousers.
yeah, I don't blame her. I think I would also do the same if I was your mother. She probably thought, you know what, I'm going to be really generous to Matthew and I'm really going to treat him and I'm going to give him these lovely brand new M&S trousers and you just be your classic autistic self.
No, what it was I was doing so well in school.
Yeah.
And she thought the best way to treat a kid in year 8 who's like 13 years old would be to get him some school trousers. It was like McDonald's, anything. No, it wasn't
You'd have
enough.
taken anything except trousers at that age.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I got the trousers and
yeah,
ripped on the first day. I don't know why we didn't get a refund. Thinking about it, is it because it was my?
They probably said your son's an idiot.
Yeah,
that's not our problem.
Really, they wouldn't refund it after a day if I.
Probably not.
I thought they. Well, the PC I had, they refunded it after a year.
Did you get your PC from M&S?
No.
Did you rip
got
your
it from
PC
Next.
in half?
I nearly did. I had to take it apart so many times to see what the issue was.
Oh, nice.
It turns out the PC was a scam.
Yeah, you did get scammed on that a bit, didn't you?
Yeah. Was it though? It was 500 quid. So I don't know what I expected. It was a whole built PC for 500 quid.
Yeah, I mean the graphics card alone should be probably around £300. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they were compensating with the other 200 and how they made any profit. So yeah, you probably did get scammed.
But hey, it went back and I got my money back after a year. I don't know. I kept it for a year.
Yeah. Anyway,
what about your stories then?
My stories. You know what? Off the top of my head, I'm struggling to think of anything too personal.
It's a bit boring.
Yeah, I mean,
too personal.
Well, no, in terms of like, I can't think of anything from personal. I'm sure like, there's lots of trauma from my childhood.
Like the windows being left open.
Yeah. That was quite traumatizing. Probably not in a typical sense of trauma, but in the sense of just I nearly died from hypothermia most days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when in the winter when it would be like below zero, my mum would, turn the heating on the house when I was at school. So when we came back, it was nice and warm. However, every single day, without fail, she'd open my window, wide open, and then shut my bedroom door. So I'd get home, my room was probably about -1.
Yeah.
And so that was fun.
But did she get you clothes from M&S?
No, she didn't. I don't know where I got my clothes from when I was a kid.
Warm clothes in that shop.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the childhood trauma that comes to mind actually involves you a little bit. And it was when we had a little group of friends, didn't we? It was me, you, and someone else who will not be named. And
why not?
We we would kind of hang out a lot in the mornings at school, and I do remember one morning. It was a cold morning, and we were standing outside the maths block, which you mentioned earlier. And it was a temporary block, which means that the walls were plastic and very thin, so you could hear pretty much word for word what was going on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Now, we were standing with our friend, and I'm not sure on the context of this conversation beforehand, but he basically said, what did he say, Matt?
I mean, I don't really want to say it. Well, I can give you the context, and then you can...
Okay, what was the context?
We're talking about maths blocks.
That has no context.
No, okay, no. What we were talking about, I think we're just talking about his crushes and who he's been with.
Yeah, and so he basically ended up saying, bear in mind we were probably standing about a metre away from where our teacher would have been sitting inside of the classroom.
Oh yeah, it was in line.
Yeah. So she would have heard word for word.
She would have seen us out the window.
Yeah, and he says that he basically, how do I put this without getting cancelled? He had intercourse with another dude, but he was straight.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, so he said he had intercourse with another dude in the toilets at school, and that was quite a traumatic experience when you're only like 13 years old.
Yeah, especially when he said he did it when he was in primary school.
Primary school?
Yeah. He said he did it in year 6, which makes me think it was fake.
Do you think? But why would you admit to that?
Yeah, that's true.
It's strange.
But
anyway,
he said this story.
Yeah, so he said that, and then I remember we went into class later that day, and we were both in the same class, and I believe the teacher gave us a few funny looks and made a few comments which led us to believe that she might have heard exactly word for word
She said
what he was saying.
She said stuff like, yeah, I hear interesting conversations outside. Like this morning.
That was it. Yeah.
There was people, and we just looked at each other. We were, oh my God. She's saying, yeah, it's just guys talking about their like sexual lives. And
yeah. So I'm pretty confident she knew exactly who it was.
She stared at us.
Yeah.
I think she thought that one of us said it, to be honest with you.
Oh God, that's even more traumatizing now.
Yeah. Well, it's not. She left the school really early on.
Don't blame her.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I say we probably listen to some other people's childhood traumas, and
they've got to be worse than ours. Ours aren't really that traumatizing.
Yeah, no, ours aren't that bad off the bat. I mean, I'm sure there are some bad ones, but I think I'll just block them out of my memory.
There's probably
to be honest.
bad ones in sixth form.
Oh, I have plenty of bad ones.
Yeah. Well, that's for another time.
I don't need to get into those.
Well, you will in a future point. At a future point, not today.
Yeah. So I say we just get into some Reddit stories of some childhood traumas, maybe, and kind of see what we can find.
Yeah.
I think it'd be quite interesting.
Maybe give advice as well on what they should
give
do.
Advice.
Maybe do a mixture of looking through this trauma and also helping people with their trauma.
Yes.
I think the answers will mostly be go to therapy. Yeah. You need therapy.
See a therapist.
How about some therapy?
Ever thought of that?
We might come up with another answer. Who knows? Like, make yourself a nice meal. So, Harry, I've got some interesting Reddit stories here.
Have you now?
Childhood trauma stories.
Ooh.
That's not
Wait, no. Stop.
You're really dodgy today.
I'm not dodgy. You're making it weird.
Earlier, you said something about, you went, children.
Why are you trying to accuse me of...
Childhood trauma stories here.
Oh, yeah?
I'd say they're pretty juicy.
Okay, I'm interested.
Especially the last one. The last one is a uni story, though.
It's a uni story. Okay.
Yeah, so
all right. Well, that's fine.
A uni story.
Okay. All right then. Well, yeah. Kick us off with the first story then, mate.
Right. So this one starts with the shopping mall near the house I grew up in used to have a small play area, right in the centre of the building.
Mm-hmm.
While my mum shopped, my dad and I would wait there, and we had a game, and he would read a book. And I would walk around the outskirts of the play area a few times before walking up to him and telling him that I'm lost and need to find my dad.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He would give me directions, like silly directions.
Yeah.
Like, it says here that there's across a rainbow bridge and follow the yellow brick road.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. So I'd circle around the play area a few more times and then walk up to him again saying that I'm lost. This time, though, he'd pretend to be a witch or a monster and try to lure me into his lair. I'd say, "You're not my daddy," and run away around the play area again before coming up to him and saying, "Daddy, I found you." Well, one of the times that we were playing, he realised that I hadn't come around for a second time and got up to look for me.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he saw me on the opposite side of the mall, walking towards the store, and he made his way towards me. And when he got there, he got stopped by an older woman, like late 60s.
Right.
And she heard him say that she heard the game from distance, and she heard the girl say that she was lost and she needed to find her dad. Well, obviously she's concerned.
Yeah. She's a concerned old woman thinking this little girl's lost.
She took the child by the hand, and the dad said, like, called her name, the child's name out.
Yeah.
Said, "What are you doing? Come back to the play area." And without skipping a beat, I apparently looked right at him and said, "You're not my daddy."
Oh, no.
This woman went into major protection mode and physically got in between. Oh, God, this is awful.
Go on.
My dad and I. The lady ended up calling mall security, who ended up calling the police. It wasn't until my mum came and told them that he is in fact my father that they let him go. So, pretty much they detained him.
The poor guy, he's just trying to... I can completely understand from the old woman's perspective. She's thinking, right, this is a little girl and a strange man. And the little girl is obviously saying, "You're not my dad."
Oh yeah, 100%. It's not the.
But that is brilliant. I mean, the poor dad. He's, you're in public and you're being detained. We're basically suspected of a kidnapping / paedophile.
Yeah,
that is not a good look.
It's not a good look, especially when you're her
it's
father.
Really not a good look.
The poor. I feel sorry for the lady as well.
Yeah,
she had the. I think she was concerned, very concerned. She probably traumatized herself, but she witnessed what she thought was a crime.
Yeah,
and and what it turned out to be, it was a game.
Well, you know what? At least there's people in this world that would help.
That's true.
It's good to know that there are people that would help in that situation.
And it's a good thing he wasn't wrongfully arrested, and he's out of prison. I don't think he went into prison. No, he just detained. But
that was good. We've got another story here. It is titled, "My friend's son played porn throughout the whole house." My friend and his 17-year-old son love music, and we're jamming out to all the things Metallica very loudly while cleaning up and doing chores on the weekend. Now, they use his son's phone to connect via Bluetooth. Fast forward to later that night, my friend's son goes into the bathroom and proceeds to watch porn on the same connection with his headphones in. Yeah. He has no clue it's blasting out through the entire house.
So that is very traumatizing. And that probably needs therapy.
I recommend therapy.
Is there anything else that could solve that? Probably not.
There's no getting away from that.
I think everyone needs therapy in that situation. I think the son's friend. I think the son. Yep. I think the mother. Yep. Everyone in that house.
And I think the thing is there's no excuse. There's no getting away from that. It's not like you can go like, "Oh no, that was something else." Like, there's nothing you can disguise it as. There's no excuse.
I suppose you could if it was like it was a very short video, or if it was 3 seconds, and then he was like, he realised, oh shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, right here,
he just plays it.
Yeah, it just says I think he just played the whole thing through.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
That is traumatizing.
Why did no one stop it?
I don't know. I would,
You'd get therapy.
I'd definitely go to therapy.
That's the advice for that one. Therapy.
Therapy.
So I've got another story here.
Okay.
A childhood trauma.
All right.
It's short, but short and sweet.
Okay.
Not very long.
Let's hear it.
So, starts off with, when my sister and I were younger, our parents' bedroom, they have a window which looked out into the neighbour's back garden. So kind of stereotypical British house.
Yeah.
State house. Like,
okay.
The neighbours had 2 younger children who were slightly younger than them. They had a jacuzzi, and those 2 girls were playing in it. And unfortunately, the main antagonists were jealous.
Right.
And so, for some reason, they decided to get a syringe, put it in the toilet.
Oh my god.
Bearing in mind the toilet had not been flushed.
Oh no.
And they sprayed water at them. At the people in the jacuzzi. They opened their mouths and were looking up to the sky and going, "Wow, it's raining."
Oh no.
And they had their mouths wide open and they were trying to taste it.
Oh my god.
When in fact they were tasting toilet water.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
don't think it's
at least
traumatizing.
they didn't know.
Exactly. It's not
I
traumatizing.
think it's more traumatizing for the people that were spraying the water on them, to
Well,
be
I guess
honest.
it's not traumatizing for them either because they didn't have anything bad happen to them. They just...
Yeah, but you've just witnessed someone drinking your toilet water.
Yeah, but that's not traumatizing for you.
I guess. It would definitely scar me a little bit.
It would scar you that someone's
the
drinking
guilt.
your toilet water.
Just the guilt that I did to someone would be like, now I feel really bad, because now they're drinking it.
And how would you solve that guilt? Therapy.
Therapy. Yeah.
I wouldn't tell them that story. I wouldn't tell the victims.
No, I wouldn't tell
story.
them. No.
Although they've probably read that story.
I just have to live a life of guilt. Because I'd still feel guilty either way.
You'd feel guilty if you told them.
Exactly.
And they would end up worse off if you told them.
Exactly, yeah. So, I think the lesson here is don't be honest.
And don't use syringes and spray wee out of your window when you're jealous.
Yeah, that's just a bit weird, isn't it?
It must have been a really powerful syringe.
I was about to say, because massive syringe.
Like when I had syringes.
I assume maybe they meant maybe it was like a water pistol or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Like
it could be like those rubber pump ones.
Yeah.
But a syringe. When they say syringe, I'm thinking tiny medical
just like a
syringe. Yeah, that would go into the neighbour's.
Wow.
I think it was raining from a medical syringe. Yeah.
Anyway, should we move on to the next one? I believe you've got another one, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got a juicy last one. Maybe it's not so childhood-like, but it's uni story.
Okay.
So it's a bit of childhood.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
So there's context behind this. Context is needed. Is a
Okay. All right.
So I once lived in a house with 6 other friends, cheap rent, good roommates. We had parties every weekend with 50 plus people.
Wow. Okay.
His life was good.
Sounds like a good time.
I mean, 50 plus people at a party all the time.
Lots of cleaning, but sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Okay. A buddy of ours was very homophobic.
Oh, God.
His parents said they would disown him if he was gay.
Jesus.
Yeah. One of the guys in the house who knew him the best bought a pink suction cup, glow-in-the-dark dildo.
Oh, no. Okay.
But there is good news to it. Don't worry.
Okay.
They got him desensitized. Desensitized? Is that the word?
Desensitized.
Desensitized.
What do you mean they got?
So they got him desensitized to the point where he accepted that gay people.
So you're saying that?
Scary.
So he became desensitized.
Yeah, he wasn't homophobic anymore.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, all right. It cured
That's
his.
a hard word to say.
So they bought him a dildo, and it cured his homophobia. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think this is like just in general. I don't think the dildo had any influence on him becoming less homophobic.
Okay. All right. Sorry, proceed. So, up until now,
right.
So they're in this house. They have lots of parties. It's like a uni house.
Yeah.
This guy is quite homophobic. And what they've done is they've gone and bought this glow-in-the-dark dildo as a joke. And now he's kind of become a bit desensitized.
Yeah, over time he became less homophobic.
Yeah, so he's become less homophobic. All right.
Yeah. So the idea with buying the dildo
Mm-hmm.
was to stick it to the front of this guy's truck.
Right.
He would either have to touch it to get it off or leave it, at which point we would laugh at him.
Nice. Yeah.
We thought it was funny, but it never happened because he moved a couple of days after it was bought.
Oh.
So ultimately, we just had it around the house and would fuck with it.
I think they mean just mess around, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be crazy.
Not literally.
So you're right. He's giving examples here. If you fell asleep on the couch, you get a pic taken with a dildo in your mouth.
Yes, okay.
We stuck it to the wall and hung Christmas decorations on it.
Nice.
We hid it in cupboards, placed it just right so that if you open the cupboard, it would fall on you.
Nice.
Some kids had Elf on a Shelf. He says we had a pink dick in the sink.
I like that. Nice.
Yeah. We had rotating roommates as some people started moving out and started their lives after college.
Okay.
Until I was the last to leave. I left it in the shower the last day I moved out with a note. This is Pink Dink. He may be small, but he can bring so much joy to the world if you use him properly. The landlord wouldn't answer my text after that.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's not that bad.
It's not as traumatizing. I thought it was gonna be much worse.
It did sound like it was, yeah.
I do like the Elf on the Shelf reference, so it's very good.
I thought they were going to accidentally share it.
I'd really hope not, because
so that's not traumatizing. Maybe for the landlord.
Yeah, the poor landlord. Imagine finding that. You go
in the shower.
Yeah, you go back to your house. You know, you go, right, just making sure it's ready for the next tenants, blah, blah, blah. Looking around the house, all right, all looks good. You go into the bathroom, you see that monstrosity, you're going to be like, oh my God.
Monstrosity? It's the sounds of it was small and cute.
Oh, it was small, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you sit, that makes it even more realistic, though. Then they'd think, oh, I don't want to touch that. I'm surprised they got the deposit back.
Well, it doesn't mention it. They don't mention if they got a deposit back or not. But there's not really any trauma behind, apart from the landlord, who might have either seen as a joke.
I hope so.
Yeah, if it's college students.
Yeah, I'd hope he'd understand that it's a joke.
But I definitely thought that story was going to go way further.
Yeah, me too. So, we've done some Reddit stories of childhood trauma and landlord trauma.
And dad trauma.
And dad
security guard trauma.
Yeah. And now
All
I
trauma.
say we move on to our game show.
Yeah. The game show.
Basically, what we've got is so we've got some movie reviews, haven't we?
We do.
So this next section is going to be where we have to guess the movie review. But the twist is that they're supposed to be funny, maybe. I don't know what ones you found.
Some of them are funny and some of them aren't, but I think it's just trying to guess the show based on the review. And we're not giving easy reviews that say the title of the film.
Yeah.
We're just giving very descriptive.
Yeah.
Some of them are.
So I'll give you 5 reviews, you give me 5 reviews, and we just have to guess and see who can guess the most, I guess.
Yeah, so we're thinking of doing something like this every podcast, where we throw in a game show at the end. Maybe, maybe
have
just
a bit of fun with it,
helping you with some advice. Let's say if you need advice, just filling in the end with a bit of chill, happy stuff.
Right. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Sure, I can go first if you want. So here's the first review. Okay. All Marvel Universe films.
Okay. All Marvel.
So nothing outside it.
Yep, all right.
And no programs either, just films.
Just films.
Make it a little bit easier.
I'm ready.
Right, so this is a 4 out of 10 rating.
Okay.
And I'll let you know what the film is. It's called... I won't tell you. But that's part of the game! Hey! You had to guess it. Oh, you thought you were going to get fluffy there.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, you really fooled me. You really fooled me, Matthew.
Mysterious character.
So mysterious.
Right, so the first review is so it goes. Boring. Acting is bad. Story feels AI generated. Plot is dumb. No character growth. Well, I guess there is a character growth. No stakes or anything, but a great heist film.
A great heist film.
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh my god! What a guess.
I like where he says there isn't any character growth. I mean, I guess there is.
Yeah. He's like, he just completely contradicts himself.
Well, it's because the character grows big and small.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he means.
Oh, I didn't even get the joke. Straight over my head.
That's 1 point to you.
Yeah.
You might win this. Because
I'm
from the
quite
sounds of your reviews, I'm in the shitter.
I have a movie review for you here. 1.5 stars.
Oh, great. Yep.
It was terrible. Multiple cringe moments where I nearly turned it off. Very weak writing, overreacting, and childish. Haven't been this disappointed since The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens is like a 5-star film, but okay.
It wasn't that good, Harry.
Although the soundtrack is pretty good.
God, this is tough.
It's a really tough one, and
Since The Force Awakens.
So I think don't focus too much on that. I would focus on maybe the soundtrack element, because this film, I'll give you a hint, there's a few of them. It's well known for some of its really good soundtracks. It's got some really good.
Well, you've given
music.
me the answer.
Go on.
Isn't it Guardian of the Galaxy? Volume 2.
For God's sake! You got it spot on.
Yeah. Because the first one came out before Force Awakens, and the second one was boring. The third one's good.
Fair play to you. Yeah, the third one's brilliant.
Yeah, you gave me too many hints.
If you guys can see, on the back of my cracked phone, I have a little Groot. Look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty. It says, I am Groot.
I am Groot.
Yeah.
I am Groot.
No, you're not. You're Harry.
Right, come on. Give me a review.
Give me...
It's 1-0. Shouldn't have given you a hint.
Okay. The problem... God, I don't think I can say this. It's a 6 out of 10, this one.
Okay.
Right.
It's not too bad.
The problem with this film is that in the first part of it, it completely focuses on Afghanistan. This is an issue because they are going through issues in the moment, and it feels weird watching something like this. The film was also very boring at some parts, but then again, the movie could be worse, so I'm going to give it a 6.
Afghanistan. A Marvel film.
This is actually tricky. I do have to give you a hint.
Okay,
give me a rough idea what you're thinking, and I'll help you out.
Honestly, I'm completely lost.
Afghanistan. It is a first phase film.
What does that mean?
You know, the Marvel Universe is split into phases.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. Iron Man?
Yeah.
The first Iron Man.
You remember when he's...
Yeah.
He does
Yeah. Yes! 2 points.
Wait, there was so much extra on that review that I just couldn't mention. Because it's basically saying this film feels like it was made with a box of scrap in a cave.
Nice.
That's just spoiling what the film is.
You know what? I'm quite impressed I actually got that.
That is impressive.
My Marvel knowledge is better than I expected.
I'm giving you hints. We're giving each other hints. We're making it easy.
But okay. That hint was good, but it wasn't too revealing. So I'm quite impressed I remembered it. Because I haven't watched that film for many years. Right, so I've got another one here. This is actually a 5-star review.
All right.
Yep.
First positive one.
Uh-huh. Skinny Chris Evans gets ripped and fights Skullhead.
Well, that's obvious. That's not the first Captain America, isn't it? Is it Captain America First Avenger?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's an easy one, but I just thought it was funny. Skinny Chris Evans gets ripped.
What's that? You remember that really old 80s cartoon show? And it's got the purple skeleton face, and it's got the dramatic long hair.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing right now. And they were on like a car insurance advert at one point, were they? Those cartoons. It was like compare the market. No, it's not compare the meerkat. You know the big Go Compare?
Oh yeah.
There's a Go Compare advert.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go. Fun facts with Matt.
Many more facts to come throughout the episodes. Maybe you find out why there are slabs of metals placed in milk trailers.
Moving on.
Fine.
Hit us with your next review.
This is quite a tricky one, just because it has nothing to do with the film.
Okay.
I'd rather have bamboo shoots stuck underneath my fingernails than sit through that movie again.
Oh my god.
2 stars out of 10.
I could not guess what that is.
I'll give you a hint. They don't want to sit through the movie again because I assume it's too long. It's so tricky. But you're on a roll and I need to win, so...
Isn't it an Avengers movie?
Oh, yes, it's an Avengers movie. I'll give it to you.
Is it Age of Ultron?
No. Can you get multiple guesses? Can you have more? Because this is tricky, I'll give you 2.
Okay.
You have one more. And I've told you it's an Avengers movie, so that narrows it down.
Oh, it is an Avengers movie.
Yeah. Ultron is an Avengers movie, Harry.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm just being dopey, right? Endgame.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't think it was that bad. I remember the first half being a bit boring. But then...
I don't remember much of it, to be honest.
It was when... So it literally went on from Infinity War, where they were in the depressed era, where half the people disappeared.
Yeah.
The first half of the film was just them moping around, sorting out how to get people back.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I agree. It was very long, and the moping around didn't need to be as long as it did. But
No.
all in all, it wasn't that bad of a film. The ending saved it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's... How have I guessed? Is that 2 all now?
You've got 3. You've got 3.
Was it
2?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. This one is going to be really obvious. So I'm going to mute the name because I mentioned a character.
Oh, yeah, don't.
So, goes to the North Pole or some shit.
Is that it?
Yeah. Goes to the North Pole or some shit. 5 stars.
Wait. I have no clue. The thing that's speaking to me is Civil War, because they had that fight in the snow, both Iron Man and Captain America, if you remember.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
What? That could be anything. It could be. Is it Winter? It's not Winter Soldier. Am I close? Goes to the North Pole, did you say? Or some shit?
The review is someone goes to the North Pole or some shit. But they gave it 5 stars. So they clearly enjoyed it.
Alright, give me a phase. Phase 1, phase 2.
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's great. I genuinely don't know. I would have said the Avengers Civil War, but no, I have no idea.
Maybe able to guess which movie it is. Then I'll give you the character, and you might see if you can guess which one it is. Thor goes to the North Pole or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know which one?
I think it's the second one, isn't it? The Dark World.
Yeah, that's correct. All right,
that was such a boring film. It's one of the worst films in the MCU franchise.
I'll give you half a point for that one.
No, don't give me any.
No point. Okay,
I don't deserve one.
All right.
But that was such a forgettable
so
film.
You've got 2 out of 3. And
Yeah,
I've got 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
All right.
That was such a forgettable film. That
Yeah.
I just completely forgot they existed.
I think I did see a lot of people saying it was a very forgettable film as well in the reviews.
It was. I don't even remember what happened. I
don't remember it at all, to be honest.
No idea. The first one was pretty bad, wasn't it? Let's go with. Oh, I've got 2 left. Let's go. Okay, I'll leave this one to the end, so I'll give you a pretty short one now.
Okay.
5-star out of 5.
Okay.
Who says all superhero films are predictable? Question mark. That's it. Who says all superhero films are predictable?
Oh my god, I don't. How the hell am I supposed to guess that?
Well, you look through it and you go, which one had the classic ending and plot, and which one was a bit of a shock? It's not fun. It's just I threw this one in because it's hard, and I knew I was going to lose, so I wanted to knock you off points.
I honestly don't know. I'm stumped.
Do you think of a film and go, which one surprised you at the end?
Off the top of my head, which one surprised me? Honestly, cannot.
It's a big surprise.
Is it when the Iron Man dies?
That'll be Endgame.
Yeah, so is it Endgame?
No.
No. I honestly couldn't tell you. Sorry.
It's Infinity War. Because it wasn't... They didn't know there was going to be another one. They just thought that's where it ended. So it wasn't the cliche superhero
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yes. Damn it. I got a point back.
Yeah.
We're level. What is it now? 3-0? Oh, no, I got it wrong, didn't I? Oh, I don't know.
No, so you guessed 2 correctly, and
Yeah.
I've guessed 3 correctly.
Oh, okay.
Right, here's the next one. The meanest boss from The Office is an even meaner fucking robot. So if you know The Office well...
Yeah, I do.
There's a really mean boss in it, and he plays clearly a robot in a Marvel film.
What? All I've got in my head is John Krasinski right now in that Doctor Strange film.
No, it's not that. No.
Oh my god, I don't know.
That was a bit of a curveball, though. I didn't expect to see that.
Is it obvious? Is it a well-known thing that he plays this character?
I'm not sure, but it's like if you might not recognize him in the film. I'm not sure. So it's a tricky one.
God.
It is a really tricky one. But because he's such a obviously he was in The Office, so he's such a famous like actor that you might remember.
Is it? Do you know the film like phase wise?
It is no, I'm going to tell you. It's more recent though, but like in the last
robot.
I don't know how long.
Is it? I mean, I'm just gonna throw a random guess out there. Captain Marvel. I'm gonna have another guess.
Give you one more guess.
Yeah,
it is a tough one.
The
meanest boss from The Office is an even meaner fucking robot.
I generally have no idea.
Is there any films with robots in that you can think of?
No.
Alright. It's The Avengers.
It's the Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Yeah. God's sake, that's not recent.
Recent-ish.
That's not recent-ish. What would you say? That's like 8 years ago.
Yeah. It's not like 2008, is it?
It was closer to the start of the MCU than it is to the end, or to now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, I didn't think of
Well, what a bullshit.
that. Look, all right, okay. 8 years ago doesn't seem that long ago to me.
I was thinking Age of Ultron, and then you went more recent.
Oh, you shouldn't trust me.
Well, I know I should know. I should know better.
Right, I'm sorry. That was sort of my fault.
Oh God, the worst.
Okay, right. Give me another review.
I've got one more.
Okay.
It's a 2-star
Mm-hmm.
thing out of 10. 2 stars out of 10.
Okay. So I didn't like it.
This is the film equivalent of when your uncle walks into the room with a Sonic Youth T-shirt on, and then and then puts you under interrogation, and then admits to having no idea they were even a band. He just likes the design.
What?
Yeah.
How the hell am I supposed to guess that?
Do you want me to read it again? This
yeah,
is the film equivalent of when your uncle walks into the room with a Sonic Youth T-shirt on, which is a
Yeah.
and then when put under interrogation, he admits to having no idea they were even a band. He just likes the design. It's a metaphor. I think it's a metaphor for
of course it's
film.
a metaphor, but I have no idea. I honestly do not. I'm completely stumped at that one.
I am not helping you with this because you're
One of the Spider-Man movies or
yeah, which one?
second,
No.
third.
No.
I don't know, to be honest.
It was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, for God's sake.
Volume 2.
You know what?
It's I assume what it is
People really
they
didn't
liked
like
the
that one, did
music,
they? Yeah.
but they didn't know who the people were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the metaphor. All right,
Yeah.
fair enough. Right. I'm going to read you a final review. And this one is actually really interesting because it wasn't necessarily it's not your typical review.
Huh?
So
what do you mean?
the review was actually a link to a YouTube video.
Is that what I heard earlier?
So what I'm going to do, Matthew, is I'm going to play you the YouTube video. I have a feeling you might not be able to guess.
Good.
It's an ad. Please hold.
Are you going to be putting... How are they going to hear it?
Here we go. That was their review.
Oh, come on. Wait, I thought mine was bad.
Okay, all right.
No, I don't want... No, don't give me a hint.
I have... Well, no, I prepared another review for you if you want to do that instead.
Are they both for the same film?
No, different film.
Okay, no. Let me I need to think.
Well, because I wanted to give you a
Stinky.
chance.
It's
so
a clown fart. Let's go Ant-Man and the Wasp.
No.
Uh,
It's The Incredible Hulk. 1 star.
was that bad?
Apparently, a lot of people didn't like it. The 2008 one, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't like it. Do you want me to give you another review so you have a chance?
Give me another review, because that's a bit...
Right.
A bit...
It was half a star.
Half a star?
Yeah. More of the narcissistic millionaire in a stupid story.
Wait, say that again?
More of the narcissistic millionaire in a stupid story.
Well, that's Iron Man.
Which one, though?
The first one.
No. Pay attention to the way it's written.
Okay.
More.
More.
They've obviously seen him before.
The second one.
Oh, wow. How'd you get that?
It's just my clever brain.
You know what? I'll give you a point for that one because I did trip you up on like 2 of them. So what would we be now? I guess 3. and you guessed 2, and I tripped you up, and you sort of got the third. So I'd say we kind of drew that one.
Well, do we have a tiebreaker? I will give you my own review of a film.
Okay. If I can guess it, then I'll win. If I can't guess it, then you win. But you have to be fair.
Okay. Pew, pew.
Star Wars.
No, this is of the Marvel Universe.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. All right, I guess you win that then. Oh, for God's sake.
It was actually...
I wasn't thinking. What was it?
Civil War.
You lie. You didn't have a film in mind.
No. Well, you lost, so...
Good game.
It's fair game, yeah.
It's fair game. I'd say this is a good point to end the podcast.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it's been a good first episode. It's been interesting. It's been fun.
I hope it's been interesting for you guys.
Maybe not for them.
Yeah, no, for us.
For us, it's been alright. I mean, we just had a beer and had a
I don't
nice
think
chat.
I had a sip of beer during the time we were recording. You went through 2?
Yeah, well, I literally... Look, my empty bottle's there. I got another one for you. You've only gone through, like, half of one. I've
no, I had that before the podcast started.
Wow.
But, yeah, so... Yeah, that is where we're going to end it, I think. If you've got any topics you want us to talk about, I don't know, any stories,
Let us know.
Yeah, leave it below. Also, any video ideas.
Yes,
we do need
those.
video ideas.
We need inspiration.
Because we've got a very generic name which allows us to do what we want, whatever we want.
Anything.
Yeah, anything. It could be. It could be. You want us to do some car washing.
Yeah, or gardening.
Like those college girls do in America.
We'll get you in a bikini.
Get me in the bikini and you as the driver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe do a dance video.
Dance video.
Yeah.
You're really good at dancing.
Oh, and you could teach me how to dance because I've seen your salsa.
Yes. My salsa.
Salsa sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't leave in the comments, just click on the socials below.
Just DM us.
DM us, yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Cute outro music.
And all the outtakes.
Your host, Matthew. Your co-host, Harry. Bye.